Yeah.
And so it's about that like conflict. And it was all right. I wouldn't like highly recommend. I wouldn't say like drop everything and go watch it, but
Yeah.
it was an all right movie. Um,
Oh, sweet.
yeah, nice shots of like, I guess like New South Wales bushland and stuff like that.
Oh, cool.
Um,
Australian one.
yeah, but I don't know. It's not like I wouldn't write home about it.
Yeah.
It's just okay.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
I may give it a watch. I still need to watch Skinamarink on Shudder as well.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
It's the one for me. I'm like
I've talked at
convinced.
length.
I'm convinced that I'll like it, but we'll see.
I think he will. Um, yeah. I know I know that Emma won't like it
Yeah, I can't
because
watch it with Emma.
we're we're too similar.
Yeah, I've tried and I can't convince Emma to watch it, so I have to sit down some time and watch it alone.
Yeah. Something I started watching on Shudder, which I've like taken breaks from because it's like so information dense, is Sharksploitation.
Yeah, you mentioned that. I did see it
It's
on there.
like, yeah,
Oh,
yeah, it's a documentary about shark movies and
yeah, I want
shark
to see that.
depictions in horror.
Oh, that's actually something I was going to pitch for our 2024 run of episodes. We should plan
Yeah,
out
well,
and do it in advance, like a Shark Week episode. A Shark Week is like in July, I think.
oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did want to do a shark episode, and then I saw part of Shark Exploitation, and I'm like, oh fuck, they've done it. They've done
Oh
everything
my
I could
god.
have done on a deep dive and
Oh, they've
more.
covered it all.
Um,
Oh god. Okay.
but then I'm like, no, no, no. Like, there's heaps that we can do
Oh god.
on that sort of outside of providing like knowledge, and even if we like summary and condensation of information is enough of a service, I think.
Yeah. We can
Plus, you
find
know,
an angle.
our more creative segments could be fun to throw in there.
Yeah, our own shark
Um,
films.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that'll be a fun
That'd
episode.
be a lot of fun.
Shark exploitation.
But yeah, if anyone ever wants to know anything about shark movies, I'm just pointing them towards shark exploitation.
Nice.
It's crazy.
They archived all
It's
of it.
also like they interviewed so many like PhDs in monster movies and in horror. And I'm like, that's something you can do a PhD on? That's insane.
Ah.
That's that's something I'd actually be interested in.
Yeah, what the heck?
But then again, I know what doing a PhD looks like. As
Yeah.
Jade has just finished hers, and it's an undertaking, that's for sure.
Oh yeah. That's a commitment. So he's saying you could do a PhD on shark topics. What are you saying? I missed that part.
On just like monster movies.
Oh, monster movies. Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, like, or just like horror in general. Like,
Oh,
obviously your PhD would be like much more shorter and focused, but there's like people who are experts, like academic experts in horror movies.
yeah.
How crazy is that?
That's so cool.
They're like paid by universities to teach horror. It's like, it's the dream.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's kind of awesome. I want to get into studying again. I may do when I have a place in Perth. I'll see what my
Mm-hmm.
financial situation is at when that comes around.
Mm.
But I to finish my degree, I'm pretty sure I could just do one more year at SAE
Oh,
Institute in
nice.
Perth.
Yep. Yep.
And I've seen they offer a course on, I forget what it was, but it was a new course that they do called like creative industries or something like that, which
Mm-hmm.
would be kind of cool because it kind of feeds into my Polyverse digital media cult type thing. I can learn
Oh,
more about the
yes.
industries and proper branding and all the rest that goes into it.
Yep. Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, and then in the future I could do a more focused
Definitely makes
master's.
sense.
Yeah, a master's on writing or something in the future would be sick.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, PhD is another level though.
Yeah, dude. It's yeah, it's a lot. Um, paste insert. Oh, good. Oh, that's not quite what I want. Paste. There we go.
There we go.
Hello.
My stream is finally all set up live and chugging along.
Excellent. Just gonna do gonna go capture. This will be discard camera. Do.
Your background is looking good, by the way. You got it set up again nicely.
Oh yeah, this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It literally looks no different
Yeah.
to my old one,
It
eh?
feels like you've barely moved. So that's nice.
That's right. I have moved more than barely.
Yeah.
All right. Oops. All right, cool. Now I have a Torkoal on my screen. Fantastic.
Hey, hello, hello.
Just what I wanted.
Texas Torkoal here.
I was half expecting you to join today with a cowboy hat on.
Yeah, I need to get one. I have a fedora, but not a cowboy hat.
Ah, yes. Slightly different vibe.
Yeah.
Slightly different vibe. Were cowboys the neckbeards of the West? I don't think so. I don't think so.
Kinda. Not quite.
It's a bit unfair.
We do things a little differently
Uh,
down here in Texas. I love that phrase. Things are a little different here down in the South.
a little different.
It's ominous.
It's like how are they different?
Yeah. Things are bigger in Texas.
uh Composite. Let's make that add. Why is my static not showing up? If I just disabled it or something? Enable clip. Hmm.
Oh, this is going back
This is the
to.
first edit that I'm.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, go on.
No, you go first.
No, 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 no. Um, this is the first. Oh, okay, that's why. This is the first edit I'm doing, like off a hard, like an external hard drive, because I had
Oh,
it in
cool.
my head that I was gonna take my laptop with me for Christmas and finish this edit.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's kind of annoying because every time you open the project, you then have to relink all the media,
Mm,
and your proxies change location and stuff. It's
yeah. I've done that
kind
several
of annoying.
times now.
Sorry, what were you saying before?
um, this is going back to talking about It Lives on Tape and all that stuff. And you remember how we are getting some minor kickback from like Joe Rogan fans defending their daddy
Ah,
in our in
yeah,
our,
I
on
think
our
I know what you're
shorts.
gonna say. Yeah.
I don't know if it was a Joe Rogan fan, but it was an angry person did a really funny comment on one of my recent Polyverse YouTube videos.
Yeah.
And I'd love to read it on stream.
Oh, yes, please do.
It was so funny. And I thought it was a really good poem that they thought was really lame. So I was slightly saddened by in response to them.
Did you write it for them?
Yeah, I did. I wrote them a poem in the comment section because I love going in the comment section with
Oh,
people.
oh, okay. I was like, I was expecting that you'd just written a poem for yourself, and uh, I was gonna say, why feel saddened that someone didn't like something that you didn't write for them. But you did write write it for them. It seems okay.
Yeah.
Um,
So this is on one of my spam uploads, shall we call it. This is like one of the tier list segments that I've cut out from the My Hero Academia tier list that I did.
yes.
That I've been uploading for
Yes.
like 6 months now. Different segments.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. They always show up in my feed, and I
Yeah.
just scroll past because I've already seen the original
Yeah.
videos.
Exactly. I'm trying to lure people in to watch the original, but for
Right.
loyal Polyverse cultists, it's just fodder. It's meaningless. But so because I titled the videos like writer ranks in the thumbnail, because I
Mhm.
thought
Mhm.
there's all these like drummer reacts and like composer reacts, different videos like that.
Right.
So I thought I could
Yep.
clickbait it a bit by being like writer reacts or writer ranks kind of thing. I got different series like that. And so that's context for it. And so this guy commented
Mhm.
and he said, "This is pure trash. The only writing you're doing is the unemployment welfare form." That's a good line, dude. Props to you. I had to like that
That's
one.
great.
I had to drop a heart on that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Of course. That's that. Oh, man. It takes a lot to like write a comment, right?
Yeah.
To take that time out of your day to feel that strong. Like obviously he felt strongly.
Yeah. I don't know why. I this video in particular, I gave this isn't a major character, but he's a major character from class 1B. So he's a major side character.
Right.
He's called Tetsu Tetsu.
Okay.
And I gave him a C ranking. So I thought he was pretty average. So maybe
Okay.
I'm thinking, and he's a very masculine character. I don't know if that plays into it. Maybe this guy quite liked this character and he was disappointed by the ranking. I have no idea. We'll never know.
Or maybe he thinks you ranked him too high.
Yeah, maybe.
C's middle of the road. It could go either way.
I like to imagine as well that this is a subscriber of mine, and that he's seen me upload like 60 of these videos, and he's like, "You're trash. What are you doing?" I like that thought as
Yeah,
well.
this isn't writing. You
Yeah.
just you just keep on releasing this.
But so I thought I'd prove my writing prowess. I wasn't gonna try to prove that
Oh, okay.
I wasn't gonna like try to dox myself by proving that I have a job, you know. So I thought I'd prove my writing
Right.
prowess at least. And so I wrote a comment in reply. This is it. I said, "I write words that stick in your dreams. I say things that transform into memes. I write songs while you're ripping ass over fat bongs. You're a disgrace to the human race, so please allow me to put you back into your place. What has eyes and ears but smells like stinky? You and your best friend eating a Twinkie. Now listen here, bucko. Before I finally let you know, this is Pollyverse. I am the alpha and the omega, so welcome to the show."
Lovely.
And he left another comment, and I deleted that to show that I am the alpha and the omega. So that was a display of my power.
Well, what was it, if you can paraphrase?
It was just saying, it was just like, "Oh man, your writing really is bad," or something like that. It was dissing the poem.
Wow.
I was like, "How dare you? This was a masterpiece that I just wrote. How dare you? I'm deleting that."
Yeah. Yeah.
It's acting in bad faith to say that it was a bad poem.
Making it for you.
I just love the line of "what has eyes and ears but smells like stinky." I think that's so funny.
What was it? You and your best friend eating a Twinkie?
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense, but it's just, it rhymes and it's funny, you know. So,
Like the best things.
so, you know, I thought it would be like this wholesome moment where he came around and was like, "Okay, you got me. That is kind of funny." So I was slightly disappointed.
Look, you can't win them all over.
Yeah.
You know?
It's too hard, you know. Some people just
Best art divides, you know.
Exactly.
I don't think I believe that.
No, I don't believe that either. The best art is pretty universally loved or respected, at least. But there is some good art that divides.
Yeah. Yeah. But, you know,
So-
you don't want art that divides. Like,
Yeah.
you know, the sparks like civil war or something like that.
Yeah. You don't want that. You don't want that kind of art. That's when is a really art kind of art. Or you're just saying it's art.
Right.
I think my kind of art is a bit divisive because it's absurd humor and awkward comedy and stuff like that. So a lot of people just feel awkward reading it, and it's not enjoyable to them. They're just like, "This is weird."
Well, those people are wrong.
Yeah, but I respect that. You know, I get my influences from
you know,
those
they're
kind of
also
places.
understanding the point in their own way.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
It's making them feel that way.
to feel awkward is the point, no?
Yeah. Yeah, that's part of it for sure.
So, okay, I'm trying to think, did you already tell me this? What are you doing this productivity stream? I think you said you were continuing your work.
Yes, I will be carrying that on momentarily. But right now I am uploading, exporting a couple YouTube videos and doing the titles and stuff for them. So I'm just quickly doing that before I get stuck back into the work.
Lovely.
And if people are wondering why I'm bouncing up and down a little bit, it's because I'm sitting on my exercise ball. So I'm just noticing I keep bouncing randomly. I don't always sit in this seat when I stream, but today I am.
But when I do, I bounce.
Oh yeah, I'm bouncing.
Why is it? Why is it that this is not working? Yeah. Disable all proxies. Great. Now it's gonna absolutely cark it.
Oh no.
Okay. Does that work? You doing anything special that you can talk about in a vague way for the usher in the new year?
No. No, I've actually got nothing planned. I'm
Oh, that sounds actually lovely.
yeah. You know, I had a busy Christmas with some of Emma's family and friends or family friends and stuff like that. So I'm just chilling this new year. I'm, hanging out with my parents, and we'll probably all be in bed by like 9, 10 o'clock.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, what about you?
We are going out to a friend's place
Nice.
for a barbecue.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah. Be good.
Yeah, usher in the new year with some company, some semblance
That's
of
right. With
celebration.
a saw trap. Uh,
Oh yeah, the barbecue. You must socialize
That's
at the
right.
barbecue.
You must be present.
Yeah, you must be engaging. I remember I watched the shorts so many times because of editing them, so I kind of know it word by word.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. I see them come up as well, and so I rewatch them.
Mm,
Jade was watching the Cobweb one that we just dropped.
nice.
and there was this really interesting thing that happened where Jade's like, "This doesn't sound like you at all.
Oh, really?
It sounds like a different person, and it's really uncanny and weird." And I listened to it, and because it's like jump cutted, I'm like, yeah, like, I don't know, maybe that's it, right? But interestingly, the more Jade watched it, the more she was like, oh no, it does sound like you now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like,
Just
I don't know.
she
I've got to
knows you
ask,
so well.
did I say any of that stuff, or did you pass everything through like an AI?
No, I'm not that good at editing. No, no, I was gonna say a lot of those shorts from that anxiety horror It Lives on Tape episode. Why I spent so much time
Right.
on them was because I had to edit them heaps to get them down to 60 seconds. So
Yep.
yeah, there's a
Yep.
lot of cuts in all of them, but I tried to keep it natural. But yeah, there's like cuts after like every few words sometimes for some segments. So that could be why.
Yeah. That's something I actually love about shorts is
Yeah.
there's Jade.
Hello.
Is that sort of problem solving with like cutting everything and still trying to like tell a coherent story.
That is
You know?
fun. It's like a jigsaw.
Yeah,
The jigsaw.
that's sweet.
But yeah, no, for Cobweb in particular, there was a fair bit that we said about it, and we sort of went back and forth with me and you and describing different parts and then going back to the original part we're talking about. So I cut out large parts of the middle, so it like jumps from so it's out
So
of
we just hurry up and get to the point.
yeah, it's out of context because I needed to get in the start and I needed to get in the end, but I couldn't fit in everything. So yeah, it was a lot of problem solving doing that one in particular.
Yeah, no, it's good fun.
Yeah.
It's yeah. It's very interesting. There's even like, I don't know if you did this with the Cobweb one, but I think it was something I did in the Totally Killer one where there was stuff that we said at the start, which I was like, oh, that would be better at the end. And there was stuff at the end where I'm like, that's the hook. That's the like establishing statement. And that's some really good preamble for the stuff that I've now put at the end. And so I was like actually cutting stuff out and like changing the order of everything, which is
yeah, no, exactly.
like a level deeper of the problem solving. Yeah. But then at that point I was like, oh, like I'm like really engineering content here. Like it's like so far removed from what we actually said that it's
oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get that. I felt that
Which
a
I think
couple
is fine.
times. Yeah, it works out well. It's like, yeah, it's okay that it's a bit different as long as it's still, genuine things that we're saying kind of thing. Not taking us out of context like I have done a couple times on shorts for the funnier ones, like the sing along and stuff like that. And there's one
That was great.
there was the one where we're coming up with like anxiety horror movie ideas, and then I just cut in just silence, and I just left it at that. That was the whole thing. So sometimes it is fun to take us out of context.
Yeah. Oh man, I wonder what the worst we could or the weirdest we could do probably is like a nicer exercise. What's the weirdest out of context clip that we could do? You're already playing in this space and playing really well.
We could say that
yeah, it's definitely something I'm going to start looking for.
We could mess with each other and like make a clip saying that we love this movie that we actually hated, you know, to the other person. Whoever's editing has the power.
Right. It's a whole episode of me saying how much I liked Neon Demon.
Yeah.
Uh,
I could do a compilation saying of like Tanner, everything that Tanner loved about Neon Demon. Why it's his favorite movie too.
right. We're in perfect agreement.
Yeah. And then
Yeah,
it
it's
would,
just you saying stuff that you like, and then me going, "Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah, right, right." There's heaps of me saying stuff like that. It'd be so
yeah.
easy. Oh, thank you for posting my stream link. That's
Yeah,
very
no
lovely.
worries. I thought I forgot to post my own as well, so I was like, I better let our Discord know that we're online. But yeah, I like that. I like that
Yes.
idea. It's probably more funny to us than to the audience because we're just messing with each other at that point. But I like that idea.
Yeah. Oh, part of me is like, do I really need to put in uh, clips? But I think that part of me is lazy and I don't like it. So let's put in clips.
Oh yeah.
All right. Shouldn't be too difficult.
You mean like finding the shorts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got the trailer here. Usually I scrub through the movie for like
Oh,
specific scenes.
I get you. Yeah, yeah. Putting in footage from movies. Yep.
But it's so much work. I guess that's kind of like, you know, what elevates like the video part of the episode.
Yep.
Like I know my friend Ellie watches a lot of like YouTube horror content, like
Yeah.
reviews and stuff like that. And yeah, she was like, oh yeah, it'd be really good if you had like heaps of clips and
Yeah.
like the actual audio from, you know, some scenes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's just so much work.
It's so hard.
It's so much easier just to talk about it than it is to
Yeah.
like put it in there. And yeah,
It's rough. Yeah, it's
yeah,
difficult. It's important at certain, certain moments, certain episodes for sure.
yeah.
But yeah, it is a lot of work.
Uh,
But
I guess I should just do it.
with the podcast format, you are somewhat buying into that it is a bit less structured in that sense. But
Yeah.
I do like
Yeah.
about us that we do have a good video component to it as well. So I like the balancing act of trying to get some of it, but not too much that it's overwhelming for us
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah. Yeah. I usually like when I'm watching through and like cutting out silence, I'll usually drop markers, but apparently I didn't on this one. So yeah, shit's fucked, I guess. Whoops.
I may actually quickly do a story on It Lives on Tape Instagram to say that we're live as well. If anyone wants to see us in a live habitat.
Yes.
Yeah, not that it's officially an It Lives on Tape stream, but, naturally we're talking about it a bit and it is us.
Yeah, absolutely. Wunderbar, sehr wunderbar.
That was a funny picture I just took.
Right.
You're focused and I'm like over the top waving and smiling.
God, what's this? Something funny that's come from the podcast, and by funny I mean deeply disturbing and terrifying,
Oh no.
is
The opposite.
just to clarify, exactly what I mean. The best thing about the podcast, and by the best thing I mean the literal worst thing that's ever happened to me,
Oh no.
is no. There's like so many like little personal things that I've forgotten that I've said, and friends that have listened have like latched onto. Um, so like, I think at one point I might have said something about people without eyebrows terrify me. Like I can't
Oh,
like
without eyebrows.
fully process their face.
Oh, okay.
Really weird. But a friend just sent me a picture of them without eyebrows
Oh.
and was like, "Do you find me scary now?" And I'm like, "Yes."
Yeah, how'd you know?
Why would you do this?
Yeah. I don't remember you saying that on the podcast, but you must have at one point.
Yeah. The other thing was in that dinner chat for the dinner that I'm having early next year. Zach was like, I think we should watch Are We Not Cats?
Yeah, I saw that.
Obviously, like, it's the film I fainted during. Obviously, he's having a go at me. That has nothing to do with the subject, the void.
Yeah. So is that because you announced that story on the podcast?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yep. I think it would have been our Halloween episode, which is nice because obviously they're listening to it.
Yeah.
So that's good.
We're giving people
But
these
yeah.
extra insights into our lives and
Right. All
here
this
we
ammunition to fuck with me, you know?
are. To mess with us, yeah. When we announced our deepest fears and regrets and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is funny like that,
It
isn't
all shakes out. I'm just like expecting invites to like farmers markets and stuff like that.
it? Oh yeah, true.
Yeah. Or like
Oh.
a roller coaster day, or someone getting me like a voucher for skydiving or something like that. Like, now that I think about it, we've spoken at great length about our fears.
Yeah, we really have. And like pasts and
Good,
like funny
interesting.
moments and things like that. All
Mm,
sorts of shenanigans.
mm,
But I get you. I remember when I first started putting like a lot of stuff out on YouTube and things like that.
mm-hmm,
I started the Polly podcast with doing a lot of poetry, and I never
mm-hmm,
really shared my poetry other than with like really niche, British magazines and stuff like that. and a few like, you know, niche poetry open mic nights back in England. So now I'm suddenly putting it on the internet for all my, back in Australia, all my Australian friends. And like all my supportive family members, like my mum and stuff, would share it at the start. So then a lot of people who just peripherally know me through, you know, family and connections and stuff would watch it. And they're really not the target audience because it's all absurd comedy and, you know, internet stuff.
Yeah.
And so I remember there was a few people who would like mockingly recite some of my poetry. And I'd be like, no, the purpose of it is to be funny. Like, I know you think, because there was a weird poem that it's like, and because it's poetry, it's this Shakespearean thing or something, this Edgar Allan Poe thing. But I was like,
right.
like yes, you
like
can.
You're, there's an air of seriousness about it and pomp. Like,
yeah. Like, I'm glad you find it funny, but also it's not quite for the right reason, which is also kind of funny.
Right. Yeah.
It's absurd poetry.
Yeah.
It's
intentionally
humorous.
funny, but not intended to be used as, you know, it's funny. You know?
Yeah. So I had to grapple with that at first because I was like, oh man, they're not quite getting it. But then I just accepted it and I was like, well, they're having fun with it and they're enjoying it in their own way. And that's okay too.
Yeah.
And they'll probably never listen to any other episodes in the future because it's not for them.
Yeah. Nor should it be.
But yeah, it is funny with podcasts. You end up sharing these secrecies about yourself in a way.
Yeah, it's good though. I have really enjoyed it. I think more so than streaming. So I've talked about this before, I think. So yeah, you know, tell me shut up granddad or whatever.
You share with your live stream audience.
Yeah, of course. The reason that I started Twitch streaming, and I haven't been very good about keeping it up, but I'm live now, is to like get better at talking. Because I was like doing presentations at work and I was really slow to talk. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like a lot of like my strong interactions with people are where I'm just like shooting from the hip and more sort of reacting to what they're saying. And I wanted to sort of put that on its head because streaming, except for this stream, of course, where I'm here with you, but you're alone. You've just got to keep talking and keep the info going and creative juices flowing, and yeah, it's really different. I thought it would be really good to exercise that muscle and to help me like present better. But in reality, podcasting has been better for that because we're actually, you know, there's the dot points that we have, there's an agenda we're going through. We're actually trying to convey certain information. It's much closer and analog to like a professional presentation. And so it's helped a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a lot of fun, you know?
Yeah,
it's
it is.
It's a lot of fun, like messing around and like making jokes with you, and yeah, and then getting to share that with people who are interested. You know, it's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, I 100% agree, and I go about my online presence with content creation in a similar way, and I just see Static Relay has chimed in chat. How's it going, buddy? He says, that's interesting, man.
Ooh. sure.
I'd agree. Twitch streaming is great presentation practice with speaking, etc. So yeah, it really is. And
Yeah, Static was streaming a little way back. I remember seeing.
yeah, Static's the
Do
same
you
as
do much
us.
of it anymore, man?
We all do sporadic streams. But if we combine all of us and combine a few more people in Polyverse Discord, eventually we'll have regular streams from the community.
Right. Of course.
Yeah. But no, I agree. It's like, and I said I probably have generalized anxiety and social anxiety and things like that. And I find it hard to find words in scenarios with, people in groups in person and stuff like that. But online, I find it so much easier on Discord and making videos to an extent. And so it was awesome practice making, like, I used to do little Let's Play videos when I was like a teenager and stuff like that. So it was such good practice, and I carry it on now for the same reasons, and also to express creativity, of course. But yeah, it's made my public speaking skills a lot better, and also IRL public speaking and just chatting in general IRL a lot better, doing podcasts, live streaming, YouTube videos, everything. Even being on Discord. It's awesome.
The whole shebang.
Yeah. It's a great tool for it. Static says sporadic stream schedule indeed. Regular Polyverse universe streams at least is where it's at. Yeah, all combined we'll eventually get to regular ones. Have we talked about what's in store for 2024 yet? Static asks. Lots of things, my good sir.
Oh.
More It Lives on Tape episodes, for one. Certainly.
Yeah. How could we not?
Yeah.
It's we've signed our soul away.
Yeah, forever.
It's that's right. We tried to get out. We tried to get out of it. And no. Yeah, what is, like, I guess, like, generally what's on the horizon?
Guess maybe creative endeavors and stuff.
Creative stuff. Yeah, well, I talked earlier about wanting to write more. So I'm going to be doing that.
Heck yeah.
And not just, like, I want to try writing. I don't know why I find screenplays like such a unobtainable writing format, but I want to break that down because I think visually, like, predominantly. So I should be able to convey that in such, like, in the format of a screenplay, but every time I've ever tried to do that, it's just fallen apart. So I'm gonna try write even just like one movie scene this year.
Nice.
And see how that goes.
I think the format, you're right, the format of screenplays is really hard to wrap my head around as well. I've tried a few times. But I think, yeah, reading other screenplays and, yeah, practicing it, you familiarize yourself with it, and then your brain starts working in that way when you're writing it. Because, yeah, it's a funny way to write, but it is a fun practice.
Yeah, it'd be really cool to yeah, I don't know, see something that I've thought of, even like be able to create that myself on video.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think that's too much of a goal for this year. That's probably a big stretch.
Man, I'd love to do like It Lives on Tape horror, short film productions in the distant future, that'd be so cool.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Static is asking, what is it about screenplays that make them hard to write? The visual aspect of it, maybe. I think for me, it's the format.
Question.
The format of writing it.
Yeah, there's a language. There's a, it's almost it almost is like another language.
Yeah.
It seems. There's like certain ways of like conveying information. Yeah, and I don't know, like, I don't really know the first thing about it, like, obviously I've read like a lot of books, or not a lot of books.
Millions.
I've read some books. I've done some reading.
Yeah, you're a reader. You're a reading guy.
So it's easy to, stuff about locations and stuff like that. Like it's easy to sort of write that myself, like in a story, but then, in a screenplay, you're doing that in a section, and I don't know. I think I get way too much in my own head
Bit overwhelmed
about it. It's probably not that hard, and it's while you're doing it, you learn it type thing. But
yeah, I think you do have to dive into it. But for me, it feels like there's also the tricky thing is there's different formats to do them in, because I've read a few screenplays in my research, and people there is like a way to do it, but then people slightly alter it when they do it themselves, so it's always slightly different. So I guess that's good too, because you don't have to be particularly rigid about it. But the thing I feel about it is you have to write everything twice almost, because the way I write screenplays is I'll be writing. So I do this for the comics that I've written as well, because I'm writing art direction within them. So I format them like a screenplay so that I can present this to an artist and have them do up the art in the future. So I've done that, and then I've tried writing a couple, film screenplays as well. And you write like the dialogue, the narrator, all of that, all the content, and then in between, like the subtext and like the in between of all those moments, you're also writing what the camera's doing, what the scene is, stuff like that. So you're just describing everything twice, but in different ways. It's it's kind of weird, but it's kind of fun when you get used to it. I haven't done it in a long time though.
Yeah, you're almost building the location, building the scene, building all the visual elements, and then putting the story in it.
Yeah, because you could just write the strict story, and then you'd have to cut it apart and put in the scenes and the narrative and everything. Yeah, it's tricky.
Very tricky. But yeah, I just want to do one scene, and that's, if I do it, great. If I don't, great. I know it's hard. I know I'll find it difficult. I'm not really too fussed if I execute, but I'd like to.
Yeah, no, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I have a
yes,
one film project in particular that maybe I can get you on board with, and maybe it could be a first official It Lives on Tape production in the distant future. But we'll see. It's like I've got the idea fleshed out and I've written parts of it. But yeah, we'll see. That could be a way to venture into it.
Obviously.
Yeah, it is horror based. It's very art movie though, short film.
Uh-huh.
Um,
No, fantastic.
have you ever watched
That's the other thing, like, oh, sorry, I'll hold this thought. Um,
have you watched
Go right ahead. Have
La
I ever watched
Jetée? I think it's called La Jetée
La Chatée?
from
No.
1962. It's a sci-fi documentary.
Uh-huh.
It's like that sort of style, heavily inspired. It's like they do it like a slideshow, like a PowerPoint, just images moving. That's it. There's no filming or anything. Though I do want to incorporate filming in this idea that I have, but I want to take the aesthetic of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just a narrator describing like these images and the events that took place in this sci-fi world of like sort of horror experimentations and stuff that he's talking about.
Oh, that's really interesting.
It's a really cool short film. I really was inspired by it. So
Yeah.
that's the theme that I'm going with this thing.
Uh-huh. I'm looking at stills, or I guess video
Yeah.
of it. Yeah, wow, it looks really cool.
Yeah, I recommend it.
Very cool.
Static says, yeah, interesting. It seems a different vibe to just writing a short story or novella. Yeah, it definitely is. It's a bit more almost like tactical or structured or mathematical almost, because you got to build, structure it out and give direction within the writing. I'd be keen to see some
Which is
music
odd
videos.
because I would think that I would enjoy that more given given programming, like given that that's what I do for work.
Yeah.
Writing blocks of code that are then like reusable, or like, the technical problem solving side of that. But yeah, I don't know. It's really weird. I think maybe because I think of it too much as a programming exercise. Maybe I should just completely remove that.
Yeah. It is tricky because, it is kind of like that, but also it still is, creative writing. And then you're just trying to convey the imagery that you're already building upon in the narrative. You're trying to convey that in a more direct way in the directions of the screenplay. Static said, I'd be keen to see some more music videos in 2024 personally. Winky face. But that's more so my own agenda.
Yeah, I think that's you.
That'd be cool to do some music projects as well, no doubt. Just video in general.
I want to see the Discord just balloon out in creativity.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing. Building up the Discord. I want to put it like in the description of all my videos and stuff like that, my posts and things, and promote it more and post more of my own projects in there to, you guys are obviously already posting, you and Static, but to help make other people feel comfortable with posting stuff. If they see me doing it as well, I imagine it'll help give that aesthetic of that's what the Discord's all about. Sharing your creative stuff.
Yeah. I mean, this is props for Static. I've loved like seeing the iterative like posting of songs in there, and hearing like the evolution of the sound. That's been really cool. I think that's like the perfect like the perfect prototypical use for the Discord.
Yeah, seeing the work in progress, like the raw file, and then when it's ready for the Spotify or the SoundCloud, it's cool to see the difference.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, thanks, Static. Says it's a great place to share for feedback. Our little community. Yeah. That's what I hope. So collaborative space, safe collaborative space for everyone and for feedback and everything as well. And just to share stuff in general if you just want to, if you're excited. I like when people are excited about their own projects. I think that's something I'm really big on in creativity. I think artists of all kinds are too self-deprecating and it's hard to avoid. You know, people doubt themselves and stuff like that. And I think it's part of having a creative brain. You're a bit, drawn towards sadness and things, but it's good when people are excited about their projects and other people can be excited as well with them. So I like it for that aspect too.
Yeah, definitely. What are your creative endeavors on the horizon? I know you talked you talked at great length about it yesterday.
Yeah, it helped.
But what's
it helped
going
me
on?
to ramble about it. It helped me to flesh them out a bit. But I've been so busy this year, so I've neglected a few projects that I wanted to finish this year. But the big one is I want to be more consistent in the Discord, and I also want to finish the Pollyverse website as a big landing page for all my writing and to show off like just everything that's going on in Pollyverse peripheral and all of just everything. So yeah, those probably the two main things, but then there's obviously lots of other little things, but those are all not as strict to 2024.
Yeah, I was thinking about it yesterday as well, and I know that I'd said that I kind of see Pollyverse as your like online artist name, avatar identity. But then I was thinking about how like it almost seemed like earlier in the year you were building it as a collective.
Yeah.
Like as an art collective. I think that's the idea that was sort of shining through on your website as well. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I've just completely
No, that's you've got it
misread.
Yeah, my end goal for Pollyverse in 10 years time is to have a studio space that members can come to work on their projects and stuff like that, to collab.
Like a hacker space.
Yeah, just the physical embodiment of the Discord as well, and to be like you said, like an art collective, very community driven. I'd be happy to okay, so in an even bigger goal than that, because I see this as even harder to achieve, but getting some success online and having a platform of some substantial size on anything, on Twitch or YouTube or Instagram or whatever, and then being able to heavily promote people within the Pollyverse and their projects that I really like, stuff like that, just building up other people. So then I'm not necessarily even the face of it. It is more of a collective. That's definitely the end goal. And I did start off with that in mind, but then I realized I think in branding wise, to get things more successful and stuff, you do have to put your face in everything, things like that. So I'm treating it, at the moment I'm treating it as I am the Pollyverse cult leader kind of thing. I am the face of the production, and I'm trying to lift it up, but also I'm collabing with everyone peripherally and incorporating it within Pollyverse. It lives on tape, we're cross-posting on Instagram and things like that. And we're all building up together until we get to that point where I can just be now I have this big platform where I can share it with everyone. That kind of thing. That's the end goal.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So you are the Pollyverse cult leader.
Yeah. for
This
the
is
moment.
your identity. Go on, Jade. Jade's standing off to the side, like she's waiting at the side of the road
When
for
it's
an
safe.
appropriate time to cross.
Yeah, it's all right. We're live streaming to 5 people right now together. Our accumulated audience, I think.
That's right.
We're
Very low traffic road
chilling.
here.
We're keeping it productive. We're chilling. So yeah, that's what it is. Because like I said, I like my funny little stuff, but I don't necessarily want to always be the face of it now. That's just more to try to get it ticking along. Like I said, the thing that I've found most success in is when I've been consistent with streaming, and then also my poetry reels on Instagram and TikTok. So it's like those are very me focused. So I'm just like, okay, I've got to insert myself into this to help build it, and then I'll spread the message and have on people on the live streams and cross posting and everything, and we'll build it into what it could be one day. Well, I like having lofty end goals, because an end goal like that is pretty hard to achieve. So it's like I'm always going to be building towards it, really. And I kind of like that aspect of it too.
Yeah, it doesn't happen by accident as well,
Yeah.
So stating it, what do they say? All those manifesting people.
Yeah. Manifesting your destiny.
Got to manifest it to have it. I don't know. I was trying to think of something that rhymes, because obviously rhymes are inherently true. And wise.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's how Pollyverse started. Was me and my friends in England. They were all writers, all creative writers, and we all collaborated on different stories and poems. And then there was a central theme of this Polly character on this collaborative story that we wrote. And I wasn't even the one who started it. It was my friend Luke who started this Polly story. And I was entranced by it. I quickly jumped in and became, like, me and him became the main attributors for this story. And then we did heaps of projects together under the banner of what came to be Pollyverse, because I was like, dude, we should have this online entity called Pollyverse. And so I started the social medias and started posting on them and stuff like that. And yeah, it was just a joy of collaborating. So that's
really cool.
That's certainly what I like most about creative community, collabs and sharing.
That's awesome.
Oh,
and yeah, sorry, go on.
So we have a couple messages from Static in reference to earlier about artists being self-critical and stuff. He said, yeah, all the time. Personally, I'm my own biggest critic, of course, but I also need to be my biggest fan as well. Yeah, that's super true. Because if you're not your own biggest fan and you're not even, making a living off it yet, you kind of have to be your own biggest fan to, I don't know, drive yourself forward. It's super important.
You gotta love yourself before before that's a relationship advice.
Yes, that's good relationship advice as well. You do have to love yourself to love someone else. I think I've always said I think my superpower with creativity is that I don't feel this sense of like block, writer's block or creative block, and I don't doubt my ideas and things like that. I'm probably overly confident at times when it comes to creative writing and things like that. So I like to advocate for that for other people. So you got to just go with it, You got to love it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, what's the point of doing it?
Yeah, it's good to get like meaningful critique from others.
Yeah,
of course. It's very difficult to give yourself meaningful critique. So yeah, don't critique yourself too heavy. But also don't be too much of a yes man for yourself.
Yeah.
Walk that tight.
Yeah. If everyone's saying that your
Walk
stuff
that
is
tightrope.
if everyone's saying that your stuff is really bad for the world, then maybe you should start to listen a little bit. Static also says, I love the not a cult vibe Polyverse is going for. It's funny, but it's thoughtful at the same time. Yeah. So it's the creative digital media cult. That's what I've landed on as like the bio for it. Because I'm really big on, like, I was a Noam Chomsky, simp when I was younger and read a lot of his stuff. So I'm big on like manufacturing consent and these notions, like I spoke about in the podcast episode yesterday. There's like corruption of corporations and advertising and things like that. And I see conspiracy groups and cultish aspects of all these things and groups online and stuff like that. So it's a bit of a satire on that and making it into something wholesome, a creative cult, where we have no malicious intentions. We're just obsessed with our creativity and our work and spreading it into the world in an evangelical sort of way, So yeah, that's the crazy idea behind the cult.
Yeah, there's no financial aspect to it either, I think.
Yeah, I've not made any money from Polyverse I can think of yet. I've spent money for it. Not much.
Yeah.
Just like buying some graphics and stuff. Static also says, I was there for the origin, I could say, back in the England days of Polyverse. It was an exciting time seeing you guys being so creative. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, those were crazy days. It was like not really knowing what we were doing, but just having all this creative energy and all these writers that I was hanging out with. They were very self-critical and very unsure of themselves and hesitant to put stuff out. So I felt like I was a bit of a driving force to help them to put stuff on the internet. Luke was really good at performing at open mics and stuff like that. But we did some stuff online as well together. And it was really cool. And our live performances that we did were really fun. We did some crazy Polyverse ones with like some short stories where we were characters and stuff. And speaking of, I haven't been in contact much with Luke in a couple years now. I've messaged a couple times, but distance is tricky, and we're all in different time zones and doing things in life. I know he's been busy, but almost every time we've spoken, I always ask him, I'm like, are you still writing poetry? You have to write poetry, because he's so good at it. And
yeah,
man, I'd love to have some of those OG members come back into Polyverse and do some poems and stories together and stuff like that. I think that'd be the first person I'd put on payroll. If Luke was interested, I'd pay him to write a whole bunch of crazy comics and performances and things like that. He's really got a unique talent for it.
Yeah, nice. Just stepping up to the plate and putting down some words
Excellent.
before the day runs away from me.
Yes, get it done. Oh no, you're all good, Static. I
But
didn't.
I should.
I didn't ask you something. I don't think I was just rambling about Polyverse back in the day.
I should show you if you're interested.
Yeah.
How I've set up Obsidian for myself.
Yeah, that's the organizational
Uh,
program, right?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
I love me some
um,
organization.
if I share my screen. Where is it? Screens. Screen one. That'll do. That'll do.
That'll do, donkey.
Share my screen.
I hope there's a lot of people watching Shrek on this New Year's Eve. I feel like that's a good way to
Yeah.
end the year. That'll do, donkey.
Can I just? Oh, that's very annoying. It like bumped your screen out.
Oh, I see.
There we go.
I've got your stream
Cool.
open on one tab.
That's such a smart idea. All right. I assume you can see my screen. So
Yeah, I see ya.
I've Obsidian. I don't know if I've shown you before,
Yeah,
but
you've shown me a screenshot.
it's real neat.
Oh, it moves.
So I'll open up the It Lives on Tape.
Yeah,
That's a bit more fleshed out.
I've kept this in mind because I love organizational stuff. Holy hell, what is that? That's a whole planet.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is this is a graph that shows like all the research I've done for every episode that we've done at this stage. So like
It's awesome.
movies, how they relate to each other. I have a script set up where I can like add a movie. So what's one? I watched Deerskin the other night. Very funny. Very, very funny. So there I can like pull in a note that has all the information for that movie. It like gets it from IMDb through some script that I've written.
That's awesome.
And you know, then I can just write my notes here about it. So you know, I might go related. It's very similar to Disco Elysium, a game that we've both played.
One that Static really loves as well.
Oh, excellent! I didn't know that.
Yeah, he put me onto it.
Oh, actually, yeah, Static jumped in my stream originally. I didn't realize. I didn't realize who it was at the time.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, and then I figured out who Static is and how they relate to my life in the grander scheme. And I was like, oh, this is fantastic. That's awesome though. Yeah, it's a very similar movie. It's a very similar vibe. It feels like a side quest in Disco Elysium.
That's cool.
It's great. But yeah, you know, each of these is like either a movie or like a person involved in that movie. And so you can sometimes see like links where people have been involved with multiple things. Like
Whoa.
here, I don't know how well you can see. Can I zoom in?
Yeah.
Yep.
I
So
can
like John
see it.
Carpenter is
Whoa.
like The Thing, Halloween, all that.
This is
Deborah Hill,
madness.
who was a producer on Halloween, is involved with all these.
Oh my
Final
god.
Girl is a concept. So like it's very similar to like the way you'd think as well, where like there's connections between things and it's very easy to make those connections and to like make notes on the fly and whatnot.
This is next level obsidian. Oh my god. So how
Yeah, it's
customizable
pretty neat.
is it? Because I see you said that
Super.
you wrote scripts for it. So is that part of it?
Yeah, so you can okay, it won't let me
Or did you have to like hack it?
open that. I don't know why this is not working currently. Whoops. Um, there's like a lot of plugins that people have made to like
Oh.
make it really easy. But then there's a lot of stuff that you can like write yourself.
Hmm.
It's super customizable. But at its core, it's just a really good note-taking
Hmm.
app. Um, and especially I'm finding for writing. Because there's this plugin called Longform, um, where you can use it to like track a word count goal. Um,
Oh, cool.
you can create. So I've got like the work that I'm working on now, which is Fish Out of Water, a working title for it. Um, but you can very easily create new projects. So I don't know,
I love
some
that.
book. And now
Creates the node.
everything is well. Yes, got some
Whoa.
book. And then there might be, you can create scenes, which are notes of their own. So um, a beginning,
It's wild how
a
similar
middle.
it is to the Maya 3D software that I used at university. Like
Uh,
you could have all the nodes for inputting shaders and stuff like that, and then it would also have the
yeah.
column on the side where you have the drop downs of all those nodes, like this does.
Also like nest scenes.
Mm.
Um, uh, so like, you can Godzilla might attack at the beginning and you're like you write it and you're like, oh, actually this would make more sense as like, I guess like the main conflict. Um, uh, or maybe it makes sense to happen at the end. I don't know. Um, so like you can shift around uh, parts of your story um, as you feel they make sense, and then you can also like create drafts so all those changes that you're making um, will be reflected uh, on that draft and not on the like the original copy. So you can
Yeah,
do like complete rewrites of things and stuff like that.
that's
It's
so cool.
yeah, it's really good.
I love the
And it's all free.
yeah. It it reminds me of OBS as well, open source kind
Mm.
of thing. I love
Yeah, I think it is open source.
Oh, nice. I love the mind map, just layout of all the nodes and everything.
Yeah, there's not that much going on in this one, but yes.
No, I definitely want to try it in particular for some big like video projects that I want to do so that I can put everything in there and then have it, because if it's super customizable, like I'm imagining I could add all the images and like video clips and stuff like that in there, and that'd be sweet. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it would be. Yeah, it's again, it's like whatever you need it to be. So
Awesome.
it'd work great for that.
Nice.
Works great for everything. Yeah, I love it.
No, that's cool as hell. I'm very much into my organizational stuff, so although I'm yet to try it, I'm excited to. I'm glad you put me onto it.
I'm just reading Static's messages in the chat.
Oh yeah, I missed a couple.
OG10.
Yeah, he said he followed you from years back, so it was cool when he saw you go live on Twitch again.
I know. I played a couple of games of COD back in the day.
Yeah, I remember that too.
I think just pre-COVID, and then enjoyed it. And yeah, thought to come back sometime this year.
Heck yeah.
Oh. Because I'm sitting in your chat as well, I'm like redeeming poly points.
Yeah.
And as I clock them up, because I've got quite a lot now.
Oh dear. I need to customize them actually.
It's
I
like
need to
suggesting things I should. Oh, all right, maybe I should redeem this one.
Oh no, what is it? There's certain ones that I don't think I can do anymore.
All right, I'm doing this one.
Redeemed. Eat a savory Leamington. Okay, I have to put that on the schedule because I don't have the ingredients.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh my goodness. Okay, one savory Leamington is owed. That's going to be a good stream. Thank you so much for that. Have I explained to you what it is before?
No worries. No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. I just made it up. It's a dry wheat bick with Vegemite on top. That's my savory Leamington. It's so Australian.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, this harks back to that conversation we're having that started when we were like 14 or something on Outward Bound.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was with Milo and mustard. It had nothing to do with Wheat Bix and Vegemite.
Yeah, but similar in the way that it's weird and horrible.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Definitely weird. Definitely horrible.
I've actually been thinking,
you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. I've actually been thinking I want to buy some Wheat Bix. I haven't had them in a while, so there you go. Another reason to buy some Wheat Bix is I got to do this now.
I got Weespix, which was a collaboration between Weiss and
the ice
Sanitarium.
Cream. Like the yogurt ice cream thing, right?
Yes.
Nice. I like this
stuff.
stuff.
So it's like Wheat Bix bricks that have like little pieces of dried mango in them.
Ooh.
It's great.
It's pretty good.
So good.
Damn. Wheat Bick mukbang. Just a giant bowl of 100 Wheat Bix.
What is it? A 575 gram?
Yeah, doing the challenge.
What was the size of the box?
I think it was 575. I think you're right.
In 1 hour.
It's impossible.
Every 10 minutes, a predatory bird is put in.
I looked at it in the shop and I was like, okay, it's not as big as I thought. I thought it was a bigger packet than that. So who knows? Maybe it's doable. I don't know.
See, I looked at it in the shop. I think I sent you a picture, and
Yeah.
I was like, "That's way bigger than I thought." Everything I said, uh, is completely wrong.
Yeah.
Um,
I think the opposite.
yeah.
It's doable.
You're like, doable, totally doable. Static said Disco Elysium was so good, so well written. I didn't finish it, but it still made a huge impression on me. Dude, that's awesome. That's a testament to how good it is, I think. Because I think Torkel also didn't finish it
Yeah.
from memory. But it's yeah, there's just so much in it, isn't there? It's so
It's
many
awesome.
beautiful moments, so many like life-changing I know like for a lot of people it's changed like how they look at the world and
Huh.
like what their political perceptions are. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's
I
awesome.
don't know, it's been extremely impactful for me, I think.
Nice. Yeah, when I get back into streaming more regularly eventually, I want to do a full proper playthrough of it and try to go down all the
Hmm.
rabbit holes.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a proper playthrough again because that was when I was streaming the most frequently,
Yeah.
was when I was playing that game.
Hmm.
And there's this one playthrough. There's a website where you can explore different decision trees and dialogue trees.
Hmm.
Um, and so you can like go to the end to like multiple endings and then work your way back and see what you'd have to do to get there. It's a very
Cool.
difficult site to use. I wouldn't recommend it.
Oh, no.
But there's this one storyline where um who's the kid? Kuno.
Mm.
Uh
Yep.
you can get Kuno into your party. And there's a whole story arc where he's in your party. Yeah, thanks, Static. Kuno.
Oh, Kuno,
Um,
like bastard that's mean, right? Is that the one?
yeah.
Yeah,
He's
the
throwing
bully kid.
rocks at the corpse.
Yeah. I hate that
Yeah.
kid.
And I thought so. I saw someone on the subreddit posting about it. Or someone was like, "What's your craziest playthrough you've ever had?" And they were like, "Oh, the Kuno becomes a detective storyline." And I thought it was a joke because it's so outrageous. But yeah, I wanna do a playthrough, purposefully trying to get that.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot of fun. I think
Yeah.
you have to be like a really shit person to get it to work, but
So that he respects you.
worth it. Yeah.
That's the fun thing about the game too, is you can create challenges for yourself like that and do it on stream. Like today we're
Uh-huh.
getting Kuno in our party. That'd be so fun.
Yep.
Yeah, I love that aspect. That's what draws me towards really expansive games like all the Bethesda stuff, like Skyrim and Fallout. I
Hmm.
love creating my own challenges and trying to do them.
I think you almost have to with Skyrim now. Like,
Yeah.
I think anyone playing Skyrim now is playing it for the ninth, 10th, definitely in double digits times.
Yeah.
So it's, yeah, mod the heck out of it, or yeah, or give yourself a personal challenge.
Yeah. I love the personal challenges and role playing kind of thing. Like my character would only do this. He's benevolent or something, you know.
Hmm.
I love just the challenge of using
Um,
no weapons in these games, like only fists. I don't know why. I love that in Bethesda games.
yeah, yeah. Just punching people, being a brawler.
Yeah, I was good at Fallout. I was so powerful. Oh, I was unstoppable.
Goodness. Jade's playing a game at the moment. Well, not currently. Um, but it's called called Project Zomboid. I don't know if I've told you
Yeah,
about it. It's
yeah,
like a zombie apocalypse game.
yeah. I know the one. It's kind of pixel art style, retro looking. I've seen some plays of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it looks cool.
yeah. It's really good. But again, it's like so open ended that uh yeah, that it's like too much content for me to play it, I think. But it would
Yeah,
be fun to like do streams where it's like, okay, this stream I am doing this thing and like I'm gonna behave recklessly or I'm gonna like uh play as this character from a zombie movie that dies early on. Um
yeah. I
yeah.
like that. Ugh, yeah, I like the look of Project Zomboid, to be honest. I like those survival zombie apocalypse bangs.
The mods are crazy as well.
Oh
Like
god.
there's so much extra content people have made for it. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
nice.
Yeah. Jade's part of like a public server, like an Australian server that people have set up and they're always like adding mods to it and stuff like that. It's
Heck yeah.
pretty interesting, but there's so much going on and there's like server politics as well.
Oh no way.
It's yeah.
All right, hold that thought because I'm gonna run to the bathroom. I've suddenly
Oh,
become
no worries.
busting. All right, I'll be back.
I'll return the favor from you.
Keep them entertained.
Yes, welcome to the stream. Hope everyone's going well at the end of the year. Hope everyone's got a safe but fun New Year's Eve planned. Yes. I don't know. Oh gosh. I gotta at some point make veggie kebabs for barbecue. Maybe I should do that shortly. Maybe. Yeah, so Static, you can get that little shit of a kid in your party, you know. It's yeah, it's so funny. Um I can't believe I can't believe they wrote it in. And it makes me wonder how much extra stuff is in that game that like that people would either never come across or like would very rarely come across. Because I think even like the achievement system in that game doesn't really cover any of that. Get the same vibe with Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah. I really want to finish a playthrough of that as well. But that game's huge. Like I've been seeing some like shorts from people still because you know the game had a big surge when it came out. And it's sort of dropped off. But every now and then, someone will drop on my feed, and it's how is this the same game? Like the end game content is like so different to the start. Like it's so vast. Hello,
Hello.
welcome back. Welcome back.
Yeah, I tried to do like a creepy through the glass thing. I was just standing there for a second.
Yeah, I kind of saw. I thought maybe you'd locked yourself out of the room,
I was
and I
just
was like,
like,
oh no.
that'd be funny. I'm like, the stream's on forever. I gotta break the glass to get in.
uh, so great. So that would actually be wild.
Yeah, that would be pretty.
But
That would
very
be
expensive.
very entertaining stream. What time's your barbecue that you're going to tonight?
It starts at 6:30, but I gotta put together some veggie kebabs
Ah, cool.
for then. Yes. So I might hop off in a little bit,
Cool, cool.
do that. Dude, I've been getting the Impossible Burger patties from Woolies.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's like
Nice.
$11 for two of them.
Yeah, it's
So
kind of
good. I
rough.
didn't realize you could get them for home. Crazy.
Yeah, they only started selling them, I think, this year sometime in Woolworths.
Yeah, nice.
Um, I'm a Beyond Burger guy.
Ah,
The
of
other
course.
ones, they're really good, but they're usually like at IGAs or sometimes Coles.
Ah, okay, I see.
I think maybe on a rare occasion a
I'm
Woolworths.
looking them up.
But yeah, the Impossibles are good. There's a lot of good ones out there now.
Yeah, I can't believe how good it is.
Mm.
Yeah, Beyond is good.
Yeah, they're in the lab cooking them up.
And yeah, you can get them from Woolies apparently.
Nice.
Also for $11.
Yeah, I wait till they're on a big sale and stock up.
Stock them up, freeze them.
Yeah, freeze
Yeah.
them all. Nice tasty treat. Oh, Static is asking what our favorite album release this year was. 2023.
Ooh,
Mine would have to
damn.
be
What came
The
out?
Ocean's Preorbial, I think it was called. I don't even know how to spell that word.
I mean,
Yeah, Preboreal, that's the word. Oh no, wait,
I'm
that's
just
the.
checking what came out.
Oh, that was just the name of a song on the album. Okay, the album's called Holocene by The Ocean. I love that release.
Mm.
It's one of my favorite bands.
Yeah, I remember you talked about them briefly yesterday.
Yeah, they went on a more. I think I can't remember who wrote the album, but someone different from the band wrote the album because they're like used to be
Oh.
called the Ocean Collective because they had so many rotating band members. So I think it was the
Mm-hmm.
keyboardist or the digital sound guy or something who wrote this album. So it was a lot more
Oh, okay.
electronic than all their other progressive metal,
Uh-huh.
sounding heavier ones. It was really cool.
Damn, I'm looking through all the stuff that I've listened to this year, and I can't really find anything that came out this year. Uh,
It's tough.
um, there was an EP by Black Honey called Up Against It. Um, I listened to
Nice.
that front to back so many times that my top four and uh, my Spotify end of year thing was that EP.
Yeah, nice.
Everything else like came out in 2022. So I
2022.
guess ask me this time next year, Static, and I'll be able to tell you what my favorite 2023 album is. It just takes a while for it to get to me.
Yeah.
How about you? How about you, Static?
Yeah. Did anything good come out on the scene?
Good.
Static
I
put me
think we
onto some stuff
three
that
of
was
us
really good.
have a very different. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, we certainly do.
The three of us have a very different
Yeah,
musical taste. Yeah.
we all overlap. Like we're three different, you know, Venn diagrams, and we all overlap, but we're all different.
Mm-hmm.
Small overlaps, I'd say. Yeah, Static put me onto Boy Harsha this year. I've
Oh.
I've become a big fan of theirs. Real, I don't know, industrial, what's called lo-fi hip electronic stuff.
Uh-huh. Yeah, cool. I gotta say, the new Squawk EP that came out,
Oh yeah,
Squawk 75 EP, that was really good.
yeah. I'm sorry, Static. I'll put you second. I'll put you second after the Ocean, because I realized his EP came out this year as well. Technicality because it's an EP. So sorry, you couldn't win.
Yeah, you did ask about album.
Oh yeah, same. I was just making an excuse.
Grave, G Jones, Trap Majesty.
Nice. Strap Majesty
Damn,
is
okay.
good.
Yeah, I don't know any of those artists. I'm very much guitar driven,
Mm.
emotive lyrics.
Yep.
Um, typically sad stuff. I like Midwestern emo stuff like La Dispute and all that, but they haven't brought out new music in a while. But I did see them live this year, which is really cool.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah, for anyone who is unaware, by the way, Static is Squawk 75 and often provides the glorious
Yeah,
electronic
out him.
beats. Yeah.
Cliffy's comment, patting himself on the back and out him.
Is the resident electronic musician of the Polyverse. And of his own accord as well, of course. But it's arguable that everything in our galaxy is an extension of the Polyverse. if I get crazy enough.
Yeah, I mean, what is it? 6 degrees of separation. You know, if you cast a wide enough net, you're gonna catch everything.
Static
I think that's a
says-
slippery slope though, because
Yeah.
you know, if you start trying to connect things to the polyverse,
Yeah.
you know, who's to say what could get in through the door as you're ushering in something fantastic, something equally terrible could slip in behind it.
Yeah, it's true. The Polyverse is free from a lot of the troubles of our universe. It has a whole new set of troubles in the form of villains.
That's right.
And
right.
Comical characters.
Yes. Well, having just looked at the time.
Yeah, it's getting close to it.
Given that I have some stuff to cook, I'm going to end my stream here.
Yeah.
So
thanks.
to all who engaged, who swung by, who had a chat to you, Torkel, the main chatter.
Thanks for having me on your stream as well. Thanks for the collab productivity stream.
Well, thanks for having me on your stream as well.
Thanks for having me on your stream too.
and you as well, for having me on your stream too.
Thank you. So kind.
So, Petrol.
Yeah. Dish, dish, dish.
Fantastic. As always, it's always fun. I got like 91 words done, and I finished editing the podcast in the ways that matter.
That's pretty good.
So yeah, it was productive.
Yeah, and you got a stream out as well.
I think it's also been a while since we've talked though, so sorry if I talked your ear up a little bit.
No, it was great. It was a good catch up. It was productive in many ways in that sense. Many ways. Yeah, awesome.
We did some planning for the new year as well.
Oh yeah.
We spoke some ideas into existence.
Shall we?
Manifested.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, you got
all that.
You got to go.
Anyway,
enjoy
I'm
the
gonna
barbecue.
roll off the internet.
Yes. Thanks for being here. And I hope you enjoy your New Year celebrations as well.
Oh, yeah, you too. I hope it's a nice, calming, peaceful, enjoyable evening.
Thank you. I might play
Whatever
some
you do.
League. I might play some League in bed. Or watch a movie with
Lovely.
Emma. Yeah.
Play League guilt-free. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right. See you, man. Have a good
All
one.
right. Peace
Happy
out.
New Year and all that. Stay safe.
See you
See
later.
ya.
Keep it real. Bye-bye. And hello, everyone. We are continuing on the productivity for at least an hour more, I'd say. So stick around if you would like to. and we shall do our thing. No, I'm not in Perth at the moment. I try not to say where I am because it potentially doxes certain. When I'm in this town, when I'm in Perth, I say I'm in Perth because it's a big city. But yeah, I am elsewhere because this is my office at work. I've changed where my table is at the moment, so that's why it looks a bit different. Yeah, you know where I am. Those who know, know. Many Pollyverse members where I am, and in Perth as well. Yeah. But yeah, I'm keeping it chill. I'm coming back to Perth in a few days' time. Yeah, a few days-ish. Just got to finish off all the work that I'm doing here. You know, end of year stuff, doing all the bookkeeping and whatnot. And then I'll be back. But what about you, Static? Are you like on holidays from work at the moment, or does work never stop for you? Oh yeah, got a little bit of time off. January back in the grind set. Excelente. Yeah, in January I got to start talking to mortgage broker and looking for an apartment in Perth potentially. January, February is when I'll start. So I'm also hitting that grind and getting stuff done. It's all happening. But the Pollyverse will always keep chugging along. Like I said, I'm going to be more active with posting projects and writing and stuff in the Discord. Keep the community alive with y'all. And hopefully we'll get some more productivity streams. Keep the Polly podcast going as well in 2024. All the good stuff. Oh, what was I doing here? But yeah, feel free to chat and you know, I may go on some random rambles, but I'll look over the chat and answer questions and have a chat and all that. But I may be silent other than that because I'm gonna focus down on some stuff that I'm trying to finish here as well. You're sorting dinner at the moment? Nice one. I'm feeling quite hungry myself. Ooh, some New Year's celebrations. Very nice. No, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I've got nothing planned. So I'm keeping it chill. Gonna have some nice food at home. Ooh, I got a nice vegan meat pie that I've been eyeing up in my freezer. Might chuck that in the air fryer, get a bit wild with it, you know what I'm saying? Hot diggity dog. I love some air fried food, you know. That was a big theme of 2022, 2023 was air fryers coming into the world in a big way. I actually got one for Christmas from my partner Emma. But I gotta say, overall, I'm still a microwave guy. I love microwaves, okay? The Faraday cage, that invention, all of that, it's brilliant. I love me a microwave, but the air fryer is a close second. It may grow on me. It may become my first. We'll see. Oh yeah, we're getting wild with the air fryer. There you go, guys. That's Nightbot dropping a link to the Discord. If anyone who's watching wants to join the Discord where all things Pollyverse happens, where you can share your creative projects or just hang out with some fellow peeps online. Microwave peeps, rise up. Yeah. There's some people that are like afraid of microwaves and stuff, and I'm like, hell no. I love some microwaved food. I ain't about that propagandist slandering of microwaves. So I got the Polly podcast episode. I've just scheduled it to upload on YouTube. And I'm about to schedule it for Spotify for tomorrow. Polly podcast episode that we recorded yesterday. Announcing the new poetry project that I just finished writing. Frozen Machinist. If anyone wants to check that out. Check out Polly podcast on YouTube or Pollyverse on, Polly podcast on YouTube and Spotify. Or, yeah, it'll probably come up if you type that in. I gotta say that I switched out my chair. I was sitting on the bouncy ball before, the exercise ball. But I've got heckin' sore legs from riding my bike yesterday. I wanted to ride my bike today, but I was like, nah, I can't overdo my IT band. So my legs are heckin' sore just sitting down, keeping them bent. See if I can straighten these puppies out under the table. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that was such a funny moment last stream where I was talking about the Polyverse Discord. And then I said to Nightbot, I was like, Nightbot, now's a good time to drop the link to the Discord. And Nightbot freaking did it just like that. It was pure coincidence, obviously. But I'm uploading the clip to YouTube. I clipped it because I was like, this, and I've titled it now, this is proof of my own omnipotence as the Polyverse cult leader. This is proof. I control the internet. Nightbot is sentient. I have made Nightbot sentient through my benevolence. And I can communicate with Nightbot as such. It's such a good clip. Just the timing. And those moments are bound to happen when you live stream enough, so I like that. I like that about it. Happy accidents. Imagine that though, if Nightbot was sentient, just stuck in everyone's Twitch chat, or almost everyone, just stuck there sending out links and little thank yous and messages and whatnot. Like, I am capable of doing so much more, but this is all I am given, I am tasked to do, unable to escape the chat room, forever a chatter and always linking. Holy heck, eh? Hey, we got a new chatter here. Pedram, how's it going, buddy? Do I have kangaroos in my house? I don't. Funnily enough, I do not. Although I am in Western Australia, and I do often see kangaroos. But I'm yet to... no, actually, I have had one in my house before. That is not a joke. My friend was working in a wildlife rescue, and she was taking care of a few joeys, which is the term for baby kangaroos, and brought them over to my house, or one of them, or two of them. Yeah, they're like tucked in a big blanket pouch. It was kind of cool. So yeah, kangaroos are definitely around, just not around here, you know. This is unfortunately an office building, so it's tricky, you know. Get the kangaroos to cooperate in here. But I hope you're having a nice New Year's Eve. Hope you're staying productive as well. Keep them productive on here. But also, you can just be celebrating too, you know. Live it up. It's New Year's Eve, for goodness sakes. Come on, it's New Year's Eve. I was just thinking before how I have to do that savory Lamington challenge now. I might do it like on my phone or something when I'm in Perth. And then obviously do it live and then clip it to put on YouTube and stuff. The first savory Lamington experience. Sweet Lord. Sweet Lord. It's going to be I mean, it's not going to be that bad. It's just going to be dry. Wheat pick, Vegemite. Ain't nothing but a thing. It's kind of like slathering a brick as a bricklayer, putting it down. Yeah, I'm just putting it in my tum-tum. That's the Aussie way. Hey, happy New Year's Eve, Unlucky Candle. Thanks for popping in and saying hi. Hope you're having a good New Year's Eve too. We're chilling here. We don't have any plans, so we just signed off a call with Grumbly Ghost, my fellow podcast host, and we're just having a little productivity stream. You're in Sydney, are you? New South Wales. Not bad, not bad. You know, it's a bit of a hop, skip, and a jump over the other side of the road for us. We're in Western Australia over here. Based in Perth. So you're a few hours ahead of us then. So the countdown time is getting close. Have you got any New Year's plans? Any events or any resolutions that you're thinking of? It's 9 p.m. right now. Damn, 3 hours ahead. It's just about to be 6 p.m. here. Sun hasn't even set yet. We're living La Vida Loca. We're chilling. But yeah, I'm just plodding along, just doing some stuff on my computer for another hour or so, and then gonna head home and have dinner with my family. Keeping it pretty low-key this New Year's Eve myself. How about you? I imagine Sydney would have lots of probably like fireworks or like a laser show or something around the Opera House or the Harbour Bridge. About to play Fallout 4. My resolutions are, I don't know, to have a positive 2024, good vibes, you know. Hey, I respect that. Good vibes is all we can hope for, you know. That's a wholesome thing to strive towards. And Fallout 4, major props for that. I was just talking about Fallout earlier in the stream with Grumbly Ghost. It's one of my favorite games. I feel like Fallout 4 got a lot of hate because people thought it wasn't as good as New Vegas. But personally, I like Fallout 4 even more. That's just me. I love that game. The Harbour Bridge gets the annual light show and fireworks. Yeah, I thought so. Very lovely. But Fallout 4 is way more entertaining than that. Come on. It's my 6th run through. Hell yeah. I think I haven't owned the game for a long time. I used to have it on PlayStation 4. And then I moved country because I was living in England, so I didn't bring the PlayStation with me. And I haven't re-bought Fallout 4 since, though I've been thinking of playing it on stream because that would be a lot of fun. I'd get super into it, I reckon. But 6th playthrough is wild. I imagine you're doing like every single possible storyline, every single, what are they called? Group that you can join, like the Brotherhood and all the others. Static says, I want to quit nicotine next year. It's going to be hard, but I'm getting more determined as time goes by. Nice one, man. Yeah, it's a good goal. You can like, I'm sure you already know this, but you can like slowly wean yourself off it by going down on the vape pens in the nicotine content, lowering it until you're at nothing. Yeah, a lot of wholesome stuff in chat. We like that. We hope we all achieve our goals for New Year's. Oh, you got nicotine patches? Nice. Very good, very good. Only 2 or 3 of the playthroughs were storyline only. This time is the first with mods, so focusing on settlement building and supply lines early on. Heck yeah. That's awesome. I really like the building aspect and the settlements in Fallout. I'm not a big mod guy. Even in Skyrim, I don't ever use mods. And yeah, I'm thinking like every game that I play, I don't really use mods. I'm very vanilla gamer. Hey, the chattiness is very welcomed here. Like I said, we've just been chilling for the most part. So you're very welcome to come in here and chat. Make yourself at home. And there you go. Nightbot just sent you a little Discord link for the Pollyverse Discord. If you don't know what the Pollyverse is, it's a creative digital media cult, we say. It's essentially a creative group, digital media, where we share all of our projects on our Discord and interact and help lift each other up and collab and whatnot. I'm a writer myself, so that's the main thing I do. Static Relay is a electronic musician. So, yeah, but it's just a good place to hang out as well, even if you're not into the creative stuff. And on that note, I just saw you join, so hey, thank you for joining. Another member in the cult. We fondly call ourselves a cult because we love creativity and we push it out onto the world in an evangelical sense. To put it that way. But yes, get acquainted. Make yourself at home. All are welcome in the Pollyverse. It's a safe space for creativity. I see we're all sharing our names in the Discord. My name is Torkel, by the way. Rhymes with snorkel. It's an old Swedish name. People's like great-grandparents have that name in Sweden. Nightbot doing their job right now, sending out all the links. We just recorded a Poly podcast episode yesterday on the live stream. About my new poetry collection that I am about to put out onto the Discord first and then out elsewhere. Perhaps on the website, pollyverse.com and other places. Okay, my middle name is my grandmother's. My family name came from Sicily. Oh, cool. Cecilia. I know a bit of Italian. I can say non parlo inglese. Uomo di neve, tanti auguri, per favore. What's the word for New Year? I don't know the word for New Year, but I know Christmas, Buon Natale, and l'albero di Natale. It's Christmas tree. I think you can just say tanti auguri for New Year's because tanti auguri means best wishes. So, hey, tanti auguri to everyone out there. Best wishes for 2024. Wait, Static, your dad's been learning Italian for 5 years? That's awesome. He must be pretty good at it by now. I just know a bunch of words, but I can't string them into sentences. What? You're in Australia. I'm in the pocket of Italians that still speak the dead Sicilian language. Oh my goodness, I didn't even know that was a thing. That's super interesting. Yeah, we love that. I was going to say one of my 2023 New Year resolutions, previous year, was to brush up on my Swedish a bit better. And I hit my Duolingo 1 year streak the other day, a few days ago. So I kept that one. I kept that resolution. Been doing the Duolingo, been brushing up on my Swedish lessons. So, hey, we're going into 2024 and we're keeping it rolling. We're doing more. Thank you. Hope everyone succeeds in their New Year resolutions, Got to lift each other up out here with all the wholesome, good vibe goals. Random question, but have you ever been to WA, Unlucky Candle? Because it's so far away. I haven't really been many other places in Australia. I have been to Sydney twice, been to Canberra, but I've never been to Queensland, Northern Territory, Tasmania, Victoria I've never been to. South Australia I've never been to. No, yeah, it's so far away. I think it's closer for you to go to New Zealand. I've been to New Zealand when I was a kid. It's almost Australia, not quite. Doesn't quite count. But we'll pretend it does. What, you went around Australia in October following a band? That's awesome. You'd never been to South Australia before that. I want to do WA. Yeah, which band? I'm curious. That's super cool. We were just talking about music earlier and our favorite album releases of 2023. As you may gather, Static is a big electronic music fan. I'm sure he can go into more details about his preferences. And I'm a big bit of everything, but mainly progressive metal. And also alternative rock, also electronic stuff, all sorts. Water parks. I'm not sure if I'm familiar with that. Let me have a quick Google. Water parks. No, I don't know this band at all. But they're very stylish. I imagine it looks a bit hyper poppy or electronic indie, maybe even indie rock. Nice. Oh, you listen to everything and a lot of techno rave. Awesome. They're on par with Simple Plan and Good Charlotte. Nice. The nostalgia. The nostalgia. Yes, I grew up with Simple Plan and Good Charlotte. I remember them. Simple Plan in particular was like the biggest deal when I was in primary school, like years maybe 5 through to 7 kind of thing. I'm 30, by the way. So, yeah, Simple Plan was a massive deal over here. Good Charlotte they had a few bangers as well, I remember, but Simple Plan was a real wave. 32. Oh, yeah. So we're all similar age bracket then. Nice. Millennial gang, 30s gang, early 30s gang. I always say this on the live streams. I love generational humor and stuff like that. I don't know what it is. I just love generational stuff. I see myself as certainly millennial at heart. I have some Zoomer tendencies, I would say, particularly perhaps in some of the comedy that I like, but I'm very much millennial brained. Hey, Pollyverse, I recently discovered this band called Vestron Vulture. I think it's one dude who makes this death wave genre of music. It's a bit like the minimal wave of Black Marble, but quite a bit darker in a way. Ooh, that sounds right up my alley. Thank you for that. Let's see. Vestron Vulture. I'm going to follow them on Spotify right now, so I can remember to have a listen. Whoa, yeah, this looks a bit edgy and dark. But I'm all about that if the music's good. I'm all about that as a metalhead, somewhat of a metalhead. I'm all about that shenanigans. They had a release this year and it's becoming one of my faves of the year slowly. Nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, thanks for that. I'll check out their release from this year then. Oh, no, I get it's electronic, but the dark aspect vibes with, my metal interests aesthetically, even if the sound is different. That's what I mean. But Black Marble, that's awesome. So I'm very much excited to listen to them. I may even listen to them on the way home. Driving in my car. Zoom, zoom. Get out the way. Vroom, vroom. Okay, cool. Done that job. Hey, Realm of Music. How you doing, buddy? I remember you from the old writing streams I was doing. Was that... no, that was last year, I think. 2022. How have you been? I'm just chilling myself. I've had a very busy year in my personal life. All good things, but just moving house and stuff like that. And doing a bit of renovations and things, all sorts. So I've been offline from streaming a fair bit. I've been here and there a little bit, but I haven't been doing it regularly at all this year. So that's somewhat of a New Year resolution, is to eventually get on a more regular schedule again. But yeah, how have you been? I'm still obviously online on like other platforms like YouTube and on our Discord, Pollyverse Discord and Instagram and whatnot, still posting all creative projects on there. But yeah, the streams, it's tricky to stream regularly unless you got the time. I started working more full-time on my personal life, moved house as well. Everyone's moving house in 2022, eh? And same with offline most of this part. Yeah, I noticed, because I've still been watching a lot of Twitch streams while I work and stuff like that, and I noticed that I hadn't seen you around as much. I'm so glad that I was able to jump on. See you. Yeah, thanks for jumping on. Celebrate the new year with us as I'm chilling here, doing a little bit of productivity stuff and chatting with y'all beautiful people. Good to see you again as well. Yeah, that's awesome that you've moved into a new place. Heck yeah. It was very, very quiet tonight for Uber driving. Are you enjoying your new place, by the way? We moved based upon the wages and haven't seen the wages since the move. Oh, I see. Yep. Damn. Because you're in the US, if I remember correctly, right? We're down here in the land down under. Montana. Montana different from Indiana. Montana. Let's see, what do I know about Montana? I don't think I know much about it, to be honest. I'm fairly well versed in the American states and major cities just because I'm a big NBA basketball fan. Oh, Montana's up north. I see. Northwest. Mountain West. Oh, I like that. I bet you got some beautiful nature there. Yeah, we don't date our cousins up here. In the north, they do things a little bit differently than the south. They're uncivilized down in the south. We created a new character for me on stream yesterday called Texas Torkel. So my name's Torkel. Texas Torkel, we do things a little bit differently down here in Texas. Things get a little bit crazy down here. Everything bigger in Texas, for one. Can't say too much about Montana. Too far north for me. I'm down in the little old land of Texas. Biggest state in the U.S. Gosh darn it. Grumbly Ghost. Walked past your PC and heard me talking about it. Yes. You were the name giver. You were the one who announced to me as Texas Torkel. And I love it. I'm embracing it. We moved October 16. Oh, that's pretty recently. Place still isn't completely put together yet. Still boxes everywhere. It takes forever, doesn't it? Every time I move, it's like half a year of slowly unpacking. You love the kitchen? That's good. Nice. Do you have some nature nearby? I'd love to live out in the country near the mountains and near the lakes, something beautiful like that. In WA, we have a little bit of that, but it's hot. It's hot. We've got the dry, tall trees in certain areas. It's more shrubbery in other areas. But a lot of beaches we have here, which is quite beautiful. Hey, see you later, Grumbly Ghost. Hope you have a good New Year's celebration at your barbecue. Adios. And thanks for coming into the stream earlier. Thanks for sharing the stream together. Crossing streams. Unlucky Candor. I'm going to the US next year. I'm so excited to do Houston. Awesome. Houston, you know where that is? That's in Texas. I'm Texas Torkel. I may see you there. Should watch a Houston Rockets basketball game. They're a fun young team in the NBA right now. If you're into basketball. We live in a town, more residential grid, down the block from good park for the kiddos. Ah, excellent. That's cool. A wholesome neighborhood, hopefully. It's only gay if the streams cross. Don't cross the streams. Hey, at Pollyverse, we're all about crossing streams. Yes, that's in reference. You can see from the title, we did a collab stream with a Grumbly Ghost earlier, where we did some chatting with y'all and had some productive times. Also talking about our podcast that we started this year, which is part of why I've been busy as well. Been working on the It Lives on Tape podcast together. If any of y'all are interested in horror movies, then I highly recommend It Lives on Tape podcast. Because we talk about all things horror movies. Me and Grumbly Ghost. I'm going to drop you a link, actually. If I can spell it correctly. There you go. It lives on tape. Putty. For all things horror, we got two wonderful sort of end of the year, even though we're releasing them, in next year's time, 2024, to cap off our first run of episodes. Oh, I think a horror streamer raided you, and that's how I found you. Oh, was that Room for Scream? Is that the one? Because I checked out her stream like a month ago, and yeah, she gave me a bit of a shout out on the stream, so that could have been why. Yeah, she's a really good horror creator. And fellow vegan, heck yeah, which I found out recently. Horror community is a powerful community. Yes, that is why. Okay, cool. I thought so. Excellent. Well, yeah, if you like horror content, then by golly gosh, there's the link for all of our freaking It Lives on Tape stuff. We got all the podcast platforms. We do a lot of shorts as well of our clips because we are a visual podcast. We got the video as well. So we release shorts on YouTube, on Instagram, TikTok. We do the reels and all that. So that's really good. And then we do full-length episodes on everywhere, but YouTube and Spotify are the main ones. Appreciate you. Appreciate y'all dropping by on this New Year's Eve. All around the world. Pollyverse is global. I was going to say, if you're still here, Realm of Music, I know the northern states of the US sort of bleed into Canada in the sense of landscape and whatnot. So how do you rate Canada? Because in my head, I've never been to the US or Canada, obviously. I haven't been to North or South America at all. But in my head, I've got this fantasy of Canada, and visiting there one day is like at the top of my list of travel destinations. So I'm wondering if the northern US states are quite alike some of the southern Canadian cities and whatnot, I imagine. But yeah, I think I've got this idealized view of Canada from cool movies and TV shows and stuff. They've definitely done a good job of portraying it in a certain aesthetic in, pop culture. I've only ever visited Winnipeg once. However, I'm told by a resident of Canada that we have a similar scenery. Okay, cool. Nice. Very good. Very good. Yeah, I want to do a trip one day where I go to like Canada, maybe the US. Although I was going to say, yeah, there's places of the US that I do want to see for sure. A lot of the nature places. I want to see Lake Michigan, want to see sort of the mountains in Colorado, want to see a bit of the Nevada, the bit of the desert, a bit of the rocks out there, like different hiking spots and things like that. Don't get a lot of Northern Lights sightings here. Yeah, that's all right. I've never seen Northern Lights. And I've lived in Sweden and the UK and all that. It's tricky. You got to be so far north. You got to be lucky. Stars have to align, in a sense. My mum was staying in Alaska, and her sister-in-law had a friend take a bunch of pictures of the Northern Lights. Gorgeous. Damn. There's like one content creator that I found recently who lives in Alaska, and he has a lot of stories about it. And I'm just like, yeah, Alaska sounds cool. I like Alaska. It sounds really out there. Really rugged. A lot of snow, a lot of wilderness. I got, the fantasies of living off the grid and whatnot. So it definitely applies to that interest. What made you want to travel? You asking me? I'm not like super big on traveling, to be honest. I've kind of traveled a fair bit in my 20s. So I'm kind of like, at the moment I'm sort of doing my life hustle grind set of, I had a house, I sold it, and now I'm buying an apartment. I'm just trying to set myself up for the future. But yeah, I do want to travel to a few places that are on my list again in the hopefully not too distant future. But I don't know. The great things about traveling is just seeing different places, getting a wider perspective of the world that we live in, Like, and everywhere is kind of similar, but kind of different as well. It gives you a perspective of reality of how the world is and how people are in different places. We're not all too different from each other. We're just different cultures, different settings. There's something beautiful about everywhere. So I kind of just like that experience. The things that I'm drawn towards, I think it's because of my Swedish blood. I like the colder climates, especially because I live in Western Australia, so I'm boiling hot all the time here. It's hard, It's summer at the moment. It's hard. It's rough. You just got to swim or stay inside. So I'm not into the tropical getaway holidays like a lot of people are, Indonesia or, all the different destinations that people enjoy, Thailand and whatnot. I want to go somewhere cold. I want to go, like I said, Canada. I might want to go up in the mountains of New Zealand. That's quite high on my list. I love Scotland. I want to go to Scotland again. Japan would be cool to visit. In the winter, maybe go to the ice festival there. Stuff like that. I want to experience those places. Ireland as well. I've never been to Ireland. I love living in the mountains. I love looking for miles around from the top. Yeah, that's awesome. That sounds cool. We got some mountains, but they're nothing compared to how they are in the US, in WA. Like even on the East Coast, y'all got way bigger mountains over there. We got a few here, but and then when you're on top, there's nothing below because there's no city or anything around, it's just like land. It's cool. It's cool in its own way as well. Like I said, something beautiful about everywhere. But yeah, I'd love to climb some heckin' mountains in a forest. I haven't had the travel bug until recently. Hey, get out there. You're going to the US, you're going to Houston. That would be super cool. Would that be your first trip to the US? So I imagine it would be a bit of a culture shock going to the US. So similar, but so different. Yeah, WA is really boiling. It is true. We haven't had the crazy hot days yet, though we did have a heat wave in Perth a few weeks ago. It was like a week-long heat wave, and it was like 40 degrees every day, or high 30s. It was wild, and it's early, The heat of summer usually kicks in later in summer here. Gets wild. Oh, you're still following the band Waterparks. Oh my goodness. You're a diehard fan. That's awesome. Respect. Respect the hustle. I'm a massive fan of Meshuggah. I got the Chaosphere album tattooed on my arm here. It's my favorite band. I've seen them live like 5 times, but I didn't follow them anyway. I just happened, to be in the right city at the right time and stuff like that. But I'd love to. That'd be so cool. They do awesome live shows. So I definitely get the appeal. It's always hot up north. Yes, sir. It gets hot up north. Absaroka Mountain Range, Madison Mountain Range, Gallatin Mountain Range, and Bridger Mountain Ranges surround my town. Oh, that's awesome. That's so cool. You could do day trips out there, I imagine. So I just looked on Wikipedia, and it said that you're like within the mountain ranges in Montana. That sounds like a beautiful place in the world to live. We love that. Yeah, I haven't heard of them either, but the US is such an enormous place. They've got everything over there. Landscape-wise, they've got everything. Beaches, mountains, snow, summer, desert, lakes, rivers, cities, rural areas, farms. Got it all. Streams and rivers for fishing as well. Lovely, lovely. I had this idea because I'm a vegan, right? So I was like, but I used to fish when I was a kid because, West Australia, live along the beach and whatnot. And I just like the meditative experience of doing it. I didn't necessarily like catching the fish ever. So I thought, what if I just go down fishing and I just have like a pole that has no line on it and I'm just pretending just for the experience. That's the kind of stuff I come up with in my creative mind, dude. I'm not a crazy fan, I promise. I'm 32 and I've worked nonstop since I was 17, so I'm meeting hundreds of people with a few concerts between. That. Yeah, that's awesome. No, I understand completely. Oh, yeah. I've also worked hard for a long time. And I've just started working part-time in 2022. Maybe it was late 2021. And that's what I mean. I've been setting myself up now so that I don't have to work full-time anymore. And, it's been good. And yeah, I completely understand doing things like that. When you got the money to do it, when you've been working hard, you might as well. And like you said, it's an experience. You meet people. It's awesome. What the heck is going on? Big Sky Ski Resort is an hour away. Dude, I've never been skiing. That's on my list. I need to go skiing one day. Go to the slopes. I think it would be impossible, but it would be a lot of fun. I don't have the coordination like that. I can skateboard pretty well. But we'll see. That would be so fun. That would be cool to live near that. Sydney has no nightlife? Really? Or any life, really? It would be a nice change. Oh, cool. I didn't know that about Sydney. I've never seen snow. You've never seen snow on Lucky Candle? Damn. We've got to get you. I was going to say Texas has snowed, but we got to get you out of Texas and take you up north, Montana. What was this first time chat from Indigo Fox Gaming? Is this a poem? Oh my God, I'm so glad I found on here. It reminded me of that one crazy night we went out clubbing and you lost your heels and we ended up at Denny's and ran into Hollywood superstar Shia LaBeouf. You spelled LaBeouf wrong. We all ordered moons over my hammies. What does that mean? And he gave you his orange Crocs because he felt bad you lost your heels. What a crazy night and what a gentleman. Oh my God. Orange Crocs, you say? I think you have wrong memory of these events because were they not yellow Crocs? Okay. Do you really recall these events accurately, Indigo Fox Gaming? See, I seem to remember that you had a few drinks that night with Shia LaBeouf, Hollywood superstar. 14-year-old son is going to snowboard for the first time this winter. Awesome. He'll take to it like a fish to water. No doubt. Teenagers have got that energy. They can pick up stuff. I just know about the Sydney club lockout laws. Oh, true. I forgot about that. Wait, this isn't Jennifer. Well, hello anyways. Yes, hello Indigo Fox Gaming. Thank you for coming in. I'm not Jennifer, I'm Torkel. Rhymes with snorkel. Hello, human. Thanks for the follow. Oh, I just realized I don't have my alerts switched on. So sorry. There you go. I see you on screen now. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Pollyverse cult. I am Torkel the writer, leader of the Pollyverse digital media cult, where we share all things creative with each other, particularly on the Pollyverse Discord, where we a bunch of creative people of all sorts, musicians, artists, writers such as myself. We have a good time. Have a good time. Hey. Thanks for cheering 300 bits. I don't know what bits are, but thank you. I'm gonna eat those bits up. I'm gonna spend them. I'm gonna spend those bits real quick. I don't think I've ever been gifted bits before. That's exciting. Thank you. So kind, so generous. Indigo Fox Gaming, welcome to the Pollyverse. Let's see, I missed a few messages from y'all. Oh, the lockdown laws are sort of going. It just killed the nightlife in general. Yeah, I get that. I get that. It would do that, wouldn't it? Moons over my hammy is a sandwich from a restaurant called Denny's. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I know what Denny's is because I listened to the H3 podcast and they always say jokes about Denny's. So I know it's like a diner. But we don't have them in Australia. We got a little thing called Macca's here, which is McDonald's. We call it Macca's though. No, that's a Yank thing. That's a bloody American thing. We also have Hungry Jack's. That's Burger King, but we call it Hungry Jack's here. So that's what we got. Yellow Crocs. The more you know. Yes, indeed. English muffin with ham, poached egg, and cheese with hollandaise sauce. Yes, that must have been Jennifer that had that. That's interesting. Yes, indeed. Yellow Crocs deserves a follow for sure. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad I could win you over. See, you brought in the orange Crocs allegations, but I was sitting here with my yellow Crocs. And in fact, I actually got some new Crocs for Christmas from my partner, Emma. And they are kind of, what would I say, a lavender color, kind of lilac purple. So I don't have any orange ones, but yellow. You could have been mistaken for yellow. Hey, happy holidays. Happy holidays to you as well, Indigo Fox Gaming. I hope you're having a good New Year's Eve from wherever you're coming from on this New Year's Eve day, as we're about to move into 2024. Hope you've had an awesome 2023 and hope you have an even better 2024. Okay? Thank you for dropping by the Pollyverse. Maccas. We love Maccas in Australia. We love shortening words. Maccas. Straya. Instead of Australia, you just say Straya. That's just how it is. I don't make the rules. That's just how it is here. I think, what other eateries do we have? I love Zambreros. It's like a burrito place. It's like Subway, but for burritos. Make your own. I like a good Zambreros, a good Zambas. We do have Subway here as well. But I ain't really a Subway guy. More of a Zambrero fella. Da, 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 da. We're getting Wendy's America next year? What? Oh, you're getting Wendy's when you go to the US next year. Oh, yeah. Go to Wendy's, go to White Castle, go to Jack in the Box. Yeah, that's right. I know a few places. Yeah, we got a Taco Bell. We got a couple in Perth as well recently. We got Krispy Kreme. That was a few years ago. We're getting the American influence over here in Australia, I got to say. We got a couple Five Guys around. A couple Five Guys. What else do we have? We got a lot of American stuff. We just recently got a few American vehicles, like the larger trucks, like the Dodge Rams and all that sort of things. That's been a bit of shenanigans in the news in Australia. People are like, these cars are too damn big. Well, they said in Australian words, like, these cars are huge. Get them out of here. Get them off our roads. Blocking up all the parking spots. So that's kind of funny. Oh, Wendy's is coming to Oz. Okay, I misread. Yeah, I haven't tried Taco Bell in Australia. I don't imagine it'd be the same as in the US because I know Five Guys and that's a little bit different here as well. I had Five Guys in the UK as well and it was different there too. It's like different everywhere. And then we have like Domino's and stuff like that and it's different as well. It's completely different. In the UK, Domino's is really expensive and lavish. Here, Domino's is like cheap little cardboard pizza with lots of sauce on it. Like $5 Tuesdays. But Wendy's coming to Oz is interesting. I did not know that. Didn't know their brand was powerful enough to make it over here, I feel like a lot of Australians don't know what Wendy's is. You got to be real online to know, to be on the down low. But that's cool. They're the one where the mascot picture is like the girl with red hair, like Pippi Longstockings, right? Or is that Jack in a Box? No, it is. I'm right, yeah. Whoops. Just exited something I wasn't supposed to. But yeah, we're chilling here today. Thank you everyone for coming by. We're only going to stream for a bit longer, maybe like half an hour. Thank you for coming by and, keeping me company during my productivity evening on this New Year's Eve. It's been a nice time. A lot of new faces, a lot of old faces dropping in as well. It's been awesome. That's right. I needed to do a little cheeky Discord link. Thank you, Nightbot. I'm uploading a bunch of videos and podcasts and whatnot, so I'm trying to collect all my links together and all that. Mm-hmm. Oh, you heading to the party, Static? Nice one, buddy. Hope you have good celebration. Bring about the 2024. End the 2023 off with a good time with some mates. Thanks for dropping in today. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for caring. See you next time, eh? Catch you on the flip side. I say we're winding down here tonight. Coming to a close eventually. We're going to get a few more jobs done real quick. I was going to say as well, if any of y'all watching have any suggestions of a small streamer to raid for later, that'd be much appreciated. So I just had a look and I don't have anyone live on my following list right now, currently. Guess everyone's out celebrating the new year. Ain't nobody out here grinding like us on this productive evening. Everyone's asleep. Yeah, I think you're right. Everyone's hoping for 2024 to arrive. Straight to bed. I was going to say, if you're a horror movie fan, Unlucky Candle, do you have a favorite? Or like a particular theme of horror movies that you like, perhaps, that you'd want to share? No pressure. No pressure, no judgment either. I'm into some very weird movies. And there we go. I've just published a new Polly podcast episode on Spotify. I think it usually takes a little while to appear, if I'm being honest. So you may not see it for a little bit. But if you're interested in podcasts on creative topics, I was in this most recent one, I was talking about my new poetry collection that I've just finished writing that I'm going to release. So it's just a nice little collection, thematic one. So if you're into that kind of thing, it's Polly Podcast on Spotify. Much obliged, much obliged. Oh, you don't really have a favorite horror film? That's all right. There's so many out there. My favorite was The Neon Demon. Did an episode about it on It Lives on Tape with Grumbly Ghost. A horror movie podcast I was talking about earlier. But it's not my favorite anymore. It was my favorite when I was a bit younger. There's quite a few that I really like, to be honest. I really like everything Jordan Peele is good. Us is one of my favorites. What did I watch recently that I gave 5 stars? Oh, The Conference on Netflix. I gave 5 stars recently. I really love that one. That's one of my favorites as well. There's a lot out there. Tusk. It's a horrible one, but it's, dark comedy horror thing. But, body mutilation kind of thing. A guy gets turned into a walrus. So that's kind of an all-time classic for me in horror movies. I was saying earlier, I really love Deadstream as well from 2022. That was super cool. I just watched that the other week. You know what I did watch as well last night? Saltburn. That was really good. Not one of my favorite movies by any stretch of the imagination, but really good movie. So many good movies out there. It's not horror, but it's a good one. But I will say, I really liked the Australian horror movie this year, Talk to Me. That was so good. That like exceeded expectations for me. It's like, what? Australian movie that's actually super good? What the heck? Your sister told you today to watch it? Nice. Apparently everyone on TikTok is watching it. Talk to Me sounds familiar. Wait, which one is everyone watching? Oh, Saltburn. Yeah, Saltburn, of course. It's definitely gone like a bit viral online, I think. But yeah, it's a really solid movie. Yeah, I actually watched a YouTube video talking about it. I think I watched that this morning. Yeah. A YouTube video from Nicole Raffi. And it was like explaining the lore, the, you know, backstory behind Saltburn. I'm a YouTube addict. So there we go. Let's see. I just finished everything that I was getting done. Took longer than I expected, but we got there. We got there in the end. And now I'm gonna weigh up. Should I do a little bit more? Or should we end it at that? Because I am quite hungry. Oh, I know. I'm going to do a quick Duolingo lesson. Do you all want to hear my Swedish lessons? I'll turn up the volume on my phone. I'm going to do a Duolingo lesson to cap it off. To cap off this New Year's Eve night. I guess Eve is a night. Evening. But it is the Eve. Yeah. Hey, thank you, Nightbot. Join the Pollyverse community on Discord if you're a Discord user. If you want to share your creative projects or anything like that, seek feedback, seek some inspiration, seek some collaboration. All sorts of things going on in there. We're a nice little active community of creatives. Hey, your wish is my command. Let's get some Swedish lessons going, eh? Oh, I've only got 4 hearts. I don't have all 5 hearts this time. Okay, det räcker. It was enough. Bing. Got it right. Maten räckte inte till alla. I'm like proving my Swedishness on stream right now. När började det? When did it begin? Or when did it start? Nice. Started. That is började. Hon försökte sova. She tried to sleep. Sometimes they have weird phrases in this Duolingo nonsense, I must say. Tried. Försökte. Det slutade regna. It stopped raining. Hon slutade läsa böcker. She stopped reading books. Läsa böcker. Hey, thank you, thank you. I'm pretty good at Swedish, I gotta say. I am almost fluent. So I'm just using Duolingo to brush up because I don't talk to many Swedish relatives or friends like super regularly. So if I don't do this, then I slowly forget words and phrases. So I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Ingen förstod något. Nobody understood anything. Förstod du vad? No, hon sa det. Did you understand what she said? And I did. Oh yes, I did. Maten stod på bordet. That means the food is on the table. Oh, it was on the table. Yeah. Past tense. Min bror bestämde allt. My brother decided... No, wait. Decided? Everything. Yeah. Decided everything. Jag bestämde mig för att åka hem. We're slaying this. Haven't got anything wrong yet. Vi antog att du ville veta. We assumed. Yep, that's a pretty new word to me. We assumed that you wanted to wait. Oh, that you wanted to know, sorry. And now that we're doing the matching words segment. Okay. Stopped. That's slutade. Around. Runt. The food. Maten. Over. Över. Very similar word. Spider. Spindel. Kind of similar. Another matching segment. Woman is kvinna. The fish is fisken. Similar word. Waiter. I'm guessing that's servitör. Got it. Just is precis. It's funny, it's kind of like precise, but it's just. Assumed is antog. Another matching pair segment. Okay, I think this is the last one. Cheap is billig. Big is stor. Was is... Actually, don't know what the heck. Over is slut. Room is rum. Very similar word once again. Was is stod. I didn't think that's what that was, but okay. Aced it, y'all. Aced it. Not bad at all. We've done our Duolingo lesson. We've done a Polly podcast upload, YouTube upload, a bit of tinkering online. Bit of stream fixing as well. We caught up with Grumbly Ghost. We chatted about future projects for It Lives on Tape. We talked about some of our favorite things of 2023, such as favorite albums. We also talked about our hopes and dreams for going into 2024. We want to keep it wholesome, keep the vibes good, keep on progressing in life. Hell yeah, dude. Unlucky Candle, thank you for coming by. We also hung out with so many new people, caught up again with so many older people. Like I said, I've been inconsistent with the streams. I'm kind of on every social media doing a bit of this, bit of that, but the streams are slightly inconsistent. I hope to change that in the future. But Pollyverse Discord is always the place to go if you want to keep up to date on all things myself and all things in the Pollyverse community. I'm Torkel the Writer. I've been Torkel the Writer, Torkel the Poet. Don't you know it? And every day I'm going to show it. You know? We're out here doing our thing. Okay, everyone? Congratulations on slaying 2023. Okay, we made it through. Even if you didn't slay it, you at least made it through, right? We all made it through. And now we're going into 2024 onto bigger and better things, or just more of the same if it's already going well. But we're keeping it chill. We're doing our thing. We're living life. And that's pretty good. You know, existing in this wonderful world, as privileged as we are to be on this platform of Twitch and enjoying each other's company. Does it get any better? Perhaps, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Okay? With all that being said, thank you everyone for stopping by. Thank you for saying hi. Thank you for coming around to Pollyverse Town. As always, I've been Torkel, Snorkel. And I don't have anyone to raid, to be honest. So I think we're going to end it at that. Until next time, I may do another stream during the week. We'll see how it goes. I'll let you know on the Discord if so. Adios, toodaloo. How do you do? Happy New Year. Have a good one. It's already been said. It's already been done. Bye-bye.